Namaste and hello. I'm making this video especially for one particular person. However, the information is great for everybody, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on my YouTube channel. A practice that I've been playing with lately that's really been helping me to not take things so seriously, to actually feel like I'm in control of my life, and at the same time, I can let go of a lot of control. We were born and taught how the world is. And the people who taught us how the world is were themselves taught by people who were taught how the world is. And one of the things that I've been discovering as I continue my study inward and in spirituality and whatnot is that what we were taught was wrong. Our parents, it wasn't necessarily them doing it. It was the original, the fall from Eden type of thing. Well, I think what that was when we forgot how closely we are aligned with God, and how we had a misunderstanding. Somebody way back then had a misunderstanding of what the world was, and they taught people that was how the world was. And you know how fads take effect. And, so basically, there's always been people throughout history who have said that the world isn't like what we imagined it to be. It's a lot simpler, and it's actually designed to be pleasant. It's not designed to be a negative thing. We kind of create that negativity ourselves. So this is a technique I've been using recently since I bought these glasses. I'm not used to having big, thick frames like this, but the last time I went to get glasses, I thought, well, I've always worn these very thin frames that, I try not to let them. It just has like the fishing line that goes underneath it and stuff. And I've tried very hard not to have things like this on my face. But this last time I figured, well, I'm 57 and I'm not looking for anything. I can change things up because it doesn't really matter too much to me whether or not anybody likes me or dislikes me or what goes on. That's whether, as Wayne Dyer said, it's none of my business whether you like me or dislike me. It really isn't. And because whatever you think of me is nothing more than what's going on inside your own head, and it has nothing to do with me. I'm still asking questions about me, and I've been living with me for 57 years, 24/7. So if I'm still asking questions, whatever the short period of time that we've actually spent together, or anybody with me, I've lived most of my life without any specific person around me. So nobody really knows me. They think they might, but nobody really does. With the possible exception of me and those people who think like me. But anyway, so the practice is since I've got these, I've been working on staying present, mindfulness, for many years. And that is feeling the sensations of my body. I don't think about the future very much. I don't think about the past. I don't have the monkey mind very often. My mind stays pretty calm and kind of like a pond in the woods. Things come to it and then they go away. But I still get the monkey mind occasionally, but it's getting rarer. And these are actually helping because of being a live mannequin many years ago, working as a live mannequin, working as a human robot and a street performer. I've gotten really good with my peripheral vision. And because of my mindfulness, I stay present. So that means that I am always aware of these frames. Every minute of the day, when my eyes are open, I know that these frames are here. So what it's become like is I noticed a while back that it's easy to shift the mind into the idea that you are watching a sitcom. If you watch two people interact, Imagine that it's a sitcom and you're sitting there watching the actors acting. But most of the time, the actors don't realize that they are actors. They think they're the role. I, for years, thought that I was the role of Richard, then Britt. And even with Kai, I've occasionally got caught up with the idea that I am the role, not the actor who's playing the role. And with these, it makes it seem like I'm looking out of a video camera all the time. This is like a video camera in here. And because I can see, out the sides with the peripheral vision, I can tell that I am not what I am seeing. And so I've been practicing imagining that I am the actor of the role of Kai. And everything that I do, well, if I look down, I'm looking down just like a movie camera would look down. Think Blair Witch, where it was the first person type of camera thing. And so when I look down, I'm looking down from the camera's looking down and I'm just watching it. And the camera looks up and I'm just watching it. I feel pain. Well, it's not that I feel pain. It's that the role of Kai feels pain. And then the watcher, that which is looking through these frames, decides whether or not what it is that I'm feeling. And because I've been able to put this little bit of space in between me and what's happening, I can enjoy what's happening when it's enjoyable. I can enjoy what's happening when it's not enjoyable. Because just like we watch scary movies or something like that, we wouldn't want to be there, but it's fun. It's cool to watch, And so I'm able to completely inhabit the role. I can consciously play the role of Kai very well. But actually, this is the but. Instead of getting caught up in the role as the actor, knowing that I'm the actor, knowing that I am that which is running this body, I can change my mind. I can change the role of the actor, or the role of the role. I can change that. So a habit of mine is I have been a sugarholic. The role of Kai has been a sugarholic pretty much all the time that I've been on the planet. And I typically like Raisinets, chocolate covered raisins. And so I'll buy a bag of them every great once in a while. And, I'll take a few of them in my hand and I'll wrap the others up and I'll put them away. But the ones that are in my hand always, 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 never fail, goes in my mouth. However, using this technique of thinking, okay, I am the actor playing the role of Kai, that means that Kai has been in the habit of eating these raisins, but the actor, I don't have to. I can change. And so several times now I've stopped doing things that I didn't want to have happen just because I'm the actor and I'm changing the role of Kai. It gives me that power to be able to do that. So what I've discovered from this, and actually I've rediscovered or reconfirmed, is that what we experience in the outer world and what we experience on the inner world, for that matter, is a matter of choice. It's a matter of what we're thinking, how we're thinking. It's hard to change our thinking. It requires effort, just like it requires effort to learn anything and to make it into something that's us. I have never been able to cook, but I am learning how to cook, and it's an effort to learn how to cook. But at some point, it's just going to be another thing I do. And so what I'm talking about is very similar to that. If you can put a separation between you and your thoughts, between you and your emotions, realize that it is not you that's feeling the emotions. If you were the emotions, I said that wrong. If you were your emotions, if you were forced to always, this was all you can do, this is me, my emotions, I'm sad, I'm feeling sadness in my body, and that sadness feels like my chest constricting, my breath flowing in a different way, my stomach feeling a different way, the solar plexus feeling a different way. This is what it's these series of sensations that I have named sadness. And I feel these sensations and I pay attention to these sensations. And the more you can pay attention to the sensations, the two things will happen. One, the calmer you'll become because the sensations are present and the thoughts are always about something in the future or something in the past. You can't think about the present moment. The present moment happens and then we respond to it. We become aware of it after it's happened and we think about it. So we're thinking about the past at that moment or we're imagining the future. But the sensations are present in the present moment. So as much as you possibly can, focus your mind into the present sensations of your body. What does it feel like? Don't run from any sensation, but don't cling to any sensation. Just examine the body. Where am I feeling sadness? Where am I feeling pain? Where am I feeling joy? Where am I? You can feel joy and pain at the same time. You can feel sadness and joy at the same time. It's really strange. You can even feel anger and joy at the same time. And so, because each of these words is nothing more than a description of sensation that you feel in the body. But we're not taught to associate that when we're little. We don't say, our parents don't say, "Oh, you got a butterfly in you feel like you have a vibration in your belly." We call those butterflies, and it's usually described with the word fear, or trepidation or something like that. We're not actually pinpointed to pay attention to the sensations of the body, except for the main ones, like, hey, you broke your arm, it's a lot of pain. Well, what about the fingertips that is actually vibrating at a very pleasant level? We're not taught to pay attention to that at all. And so these are just a couple of suggestions for you. The person I'm talking to, I know, has frames similar to, at least, plastic frames. And so you might want to try that. See if it helps. It might. It helps me. And I've described it to a couple of people, and they've reported back positive things. So give it a shot. Anyway, I need to run off to a dinner. So good luck. Call me anytime. For the one person that I'm making this video for. And anybody else, anybody who wants to leave a comment, good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter to me, go ahead, drop it in, and when I get it, which is sometimes a little bit down the road because I don't always check that particular email, but when I realize that I have a message, I'll be more than happy to respond. Anyway, namaste.